lot of people call them car barns.
Car house. But it was nearer to the house than the other, but it wasn't close to the house. It was a real long walk, because Ben Lewis house used to go off once in a while at night. Have to walk back. You had to put that car on jacks and then walk back to the house in the cold.
Put it on jacks?
He first got that car, every time it was parked in our house, it was put on jacks to save times.
Oh. I didn't know that.
That was an absolute there with us. I don't know who else did it, but I know we did.
Well, if it was pouring down rain, did you ever drive it to the house and leave it in the rain?
I don't remember ever doing it.
Remember Uncle Ralph Brake had that Lincoln, and I think Aunt Effie said he'd had it like 8 years before he died and never had the lights on but once. And it had never been rained on but once, and that's when he went to see one of the children born in Chapel Hill, and he got caught in the rain at night on the way back, which of course led him to assert that he would never go out at night again, much less in the rain, and wet his car.
I tell you what, if I got some one time, he wasn't a white dog. He was at our house, we lived out on the farm, and he kept it so he could see your picture if you walked up to it, you know. And that turkey gobbler saw himself. He started after. That turkey gobbler started after the one in the car, you see. And they would have had a fight, you know. And I happened to see him running, I hollered, I said, run, 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 everybody run. And run to get that turkey gobbler away from that car. They just did get it before he hit it.
What, Uncle Ralph's car?
Uncle Ralph's car. He left the car, we were on the porch, you know, he set the car kind of that way, towards that corner. I had to be sitting back in, I saw the gobbler running, I hollered for the rest of them to go.
Did you go?
I imagine.
If you were there?
Anything that was exciting, we went to check on them.
I don't remember which ones were there, but those that were there run. They got that gobbler before he hit that car. I wonder what Ralph would have done if he'd seen it first.
Had a heart attack.
We might have turned around and gone home.
Every time he drove that car, he wiped it off. He never wet it while he had it. Never washed it.
Well, it was in good shape.
Yeah.
Because Daddy bought it after he died, and Effie said she didn't want a car that big. And then we drove it for, my goodness, probably 10 years. Then he gave it to the orphanage at Lake Waccamaw, and they drove it and turned it into a truck. And I don't know how long they used it after that, but it was one good car.
It was a Lincoln one.
Oh, it was.
I think it was kind of a brown, kind of like mine.
Sort of beige colored thing with, seems to me it had a different colored top, greenish top.
I think all the same color. I doubt if he spent the money for a two-ton.
If it cost extra, he didn't.
Well, you know it cost extra back then.
I really
Didn't it, Walter?
I think so.
Well, it might have been one that was a year out or something, because I'm sure he wouldn't have just paid full price for a car.
You know, you don't see many, I'll ever see a two-tone car. Now you see the
Vinyl
top
tops.
stuff, different color, but I don't think I ever see a painted two-tone car. Yeah.
You not going to the beach?
No, I'm going over to Virginia's daughter's Gail in Griffin for dinner.
Oh, good.
She and Roland's up in Chapel. He had surgery this week on his leg, hip.
You haven't talked to him since you came home, have you?
No.
Did he go into Greece within a matter of, how long, Kelly, a week or two?
I remember when
2 or
Ben Rouse
3.
went to Greece, he wrote me a letter. He said, everything in Greece closes up at 1 o'clock, stays closed till 4. They don't have any business in those 3 hours. He said it kind of hampered his business. It's time at least. They said they should close every store and everything that's closed at 1 o'clock.
They
States
probably
report.
quit that by now.
And he said that was when he did his sightseeing. He couldn't do anything, everything closed.
I know, I went to Spain when I got back out of the Navy. And that was 1966. And they didn't, you could hardly find anywhere to eat breakfast before 10 o'clock in the morning. They just didn't get moving. And then they closed up about 1, like that, like those Greeks. And took their naps, took their siestas, and then they'd wake up and start over and go till far in the night. Then they didn't start eating until 10, 11 o'clock at night. And then got and think nothing at all being out 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Led me to think it's what Ben and Thomas had become, Spaniards.
That would suit
They
me.
do that a lot in hot temperatures,
Mhm.
at least so I read.
Oh, indeed.
But they're different, you know, that looks like it's gonna close up right away. But they didn't look alike whenever I brought them in.
We've been to Canada. Went to a bar conference in Ottawa. Cool, pleasant. Cost $261 to fly there and back. Doesn't cost much more than it does to fly to Atlanta or Charlotte.
Walter's daughter Diane and her husband got back this afternoon from Canada. They were headed for Nova Scotia, turned around and come back.
Oh, really?
I don't know why I guess they got homesick. I don't know why they come back. But they were going to cross over at St. John's over into Nova Scotia for, I guess, for a while. How long?
They were going on,
I guess. Is that crochet?
Yeah, let's stretch it out.
Stretch it out for. I just found it in a chest. And I didn't remember it, but I thought it was real pretty. Maybe you could put it on your bed or on your bed.
Wonder who made it, that's
I
good.
don't know.
Use crochet.
Mm-hmm.
It is big enough for
Your grandmother crocheted quite a bit, did she?
regular
Ray?
size beds, wouldn't just.
My grandmother?
Miss Shirley, did she crochet?
I don't remember. Well, let me see. I think she did
I bet
little
she
things,
did.
but I doubt she did anything.
It's a big undertaking, but
That
That's a
was.
lot of work, let me
It
tell you.
really is.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
And it doesn't look like it's been used very much.
Very, very beautiful. Appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome.
and I didn't want
No,
to
you're
go
welcome.
something on the
She
shorts.
saw that.
I know, just
I
sleeves.
don't ask
Good for you.
forget it.
Well, this
That
kind of loud.
that top of the green
He,
slacks too.
Well, I went to see him yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? The back of the hall with the house.
Mhm.
Was that a bedroom?
Yeah.
Did you ever sleep in that little
Yeah.
room? Did you? So there were 4 bedrooms. All of them were bedrooms,
That's
weren't
right,
they?
4 bedrooms upstairs. At one time, there was beds in all of them.
Well, I was thinking there must have been like 2 or 3 people sleeping in the room. I mean, there was a lot of you there, weren't there?
That's right, it was.
It's like a dormitory or something up there, I guess.
What?
I said it was kind of like a dormitory or something, with all of you doubled up.
We had a colored woman stay there one time a while, and she slept in another room on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, then they were having the flu. Effie came home with the flu. She used the little room on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I was using the one on this side.
Oh.
We switched around. I slept in about every room.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I always kept something moving, somebody switching, moving furniture.
Did she make the decisions about who was gonna sleep where?
She made all the decisions that made it. She
For
picked up.
everything, I think.
When people didn't agree with it, they had trouble.
Well, I cleaned out that room, which hadn't been cleaned out in about 30 years this week. And the floor in that room, except for a place where we had a bad leak and it kind of got wet, the floor in that room is in real good shape. It's probably as good a shape as any in the house. It's not scratched up particularly. The only thing wrong with it now is some of the magazines stuck to it, and I got to work on that. But it's the mantelpiece. It's a pretty mantelpiece in that room too.
One time, the pretty mantelpieces in all the rooms.
Yes, ma'am, that's
At one
true.
time, people used to use pictures of people in the living room, great big ones, you know.
Uh-huh,
But they went out of style.
uh-huh.
They started using small ones. And Mary took all those big pictures in that living room, had them upstairs and hung them on the wall side by side. That little room on this side.
Some of those are in the attic now, 'cause I went in the attic yesterday. Weren't they like oval shaped, some of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's several of them up there.
One of them was a picture of Uncle Thomas.
Okay.
Seemed like I remember that one more vivid than I do the rest of them.
Well, see,
They were all pictures,
I can see
photographs?
about this big. And the frames were wide in your hand, a wide frame. They were in style. They went out of style. They ain't Mary moved right along in style. She was all for style.
Did you say
I never had been for style.
Didn't you say she remodeled the front of the house and put those brick pillows,
Yeah.
and before that it was just plain wooden columns,
Oh, you had banisters.
banisters?
yeah, there's a picture with when they had the railing there. But when I was growing up, it still had those brick pillows, half brick, you know,
Yeah.
until 1950. But I didn't realize what it was before the brick came along. But you remember when it actually had a banister around that front porch
Oh,
part?
yeah. Yeah.
Was the side porch wasn't screened in then, was it?
No.
No.
He wasn't even screaming.
The mother and dad was screened in that side.
They were the first ones who did
That
that.
corner when they remodeled the house and built that
Yeah.
last den they had.
Well, that screen is a lot of trouble because it doesn't. Next time I'm gonna get that new screen they have. You know that's
Nylon type.
yeah. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
you should really have.
Yeah, we had our screen porch and hung done this summer with that, and it is wonderful, and it never rusts or
Yeah, we
anything.
replaced ours on our balcony.
Well, all of them,
Well,
well,
that's not a part of the old house. You take it off if you want to.
Well, yes, ma'am, I know. You know what? I said to Ben, I said, you know, we might take this screen down. He said, oh, please don't do that. It looks so southern.
It's nice to be able to sit out there.
And I
eat
tell you, it
too.
does keep the mosquitoes.
That's
And
right.
it is
It does help with the bugs though, Aunt Blanche.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it does.
Did you say your papa's Cadillac was the third Cadillac in Pitt County or the third car in Pitt County?
Right, Cadillac.
Third
And
Cadillac.
Mr. John Davis had one of the other two, and he lived here. And I'm not sure whether the other one belonged to a man here, although I think it belongs to somebody in Greenville. I think it was Blunt in Greenville, but I couldn't swear to that. That just comes to me for
Yeah.
some reason.
Well, how about your father's Cadillac? Was it black?
Yeah.
Did it have 2 doors or 4 doors?
Oh,
What else do we want to ask about that? Was the steering wheel on the same side that's all that we have on our? What side is the steering
it
wheel?
was on the left-hand side of the car.
Okay.
And when you cranked it, when you tried to crank it, that's what I always, it took me several years to master crank it. Seemed like it had a little block, a little flat piece in it, about halfway from the dashboard to the foot,
Oh.
just about that big. And it had 6 buttons in it, like that. You mash one of them, you do something. Then you mash the other one, you do something else. And by the time you mash the third one, it would start and stop. Oh, I had the hardest time starting that old car. Finally, I told myself, I said, if Helen Bynum and Mr. Disconti can drive a car, I know I can too. And I got that car and I drove it.
Well, Aunt Blanche, it wasn't one of those that you didn't do that crank on that car. You know that crank I've seen.
No.
No.
We had the crank, you could use it away, just like Ford was trying to drive it. Finally, you know, you could crank them on, you could use a starter.
Well, did it have a hard top or did it have like a
You could put it down.
convertible?
You could put it down or take it up.
I see.
You could have the top on it or you could put it down and not.
Well,
I
you're.
much rather like to ride better with the top up. A lot of folks like it down.
Mhm. Did Aunt Mary Lang like to ride?
Yeah,
But she never did drive, did she?
No. she never drove anything. Horse or car. Everywhere she ever went, somebody had car.
She would find somebody to do that for her.
What did they call her husband? what did people call her husband?
Albert Lang.
Albert Lang,
His name was Albert Van Meter Lang.
for whom I reckon Albert Lewis is named.
That's right.
But they called him Albert.
Yeah.
You said did they call him Albert Lang?
No.
Like people used to call Ben Lang?
Well, we had to call Ben Lang because Ben Lewis and Ben Lang.
It's like being Rouse.
Ben Rouse.
And my papa Ben all in the same house.
I can understand it.
You know, Ben Lang went, and Mary went to live with us when Rosalie was 7 months old. And Ben Lang was between 4 and 5.
And that's after
Between
Mr.
5
Lang.
and 6.
He died. He had died then. Mr. Lang. Mr. Lang had died. at that-
Yeah.
Well, where did they live, Aunt Blanche, before he died?
Uncle Albert and Mary lived with his mother Paul. And
In
his-
town here?
Huh?
In Farmville?
Right, about 2 miles this side of Fountain.
Oh.
And down in the cottage house. Uncle John, that was Uncle Albert's father. And his wife was Aunt Dippin, she was Mama's sister.
Mm-hmm.
They, I reckon Uncle John inherited that piece of land because he had a brother that's close there. And he just, everything he touched went to money. Everything Uncle John touched went the other way. He couldn't, he didn't know how to manage.
Uh-huh.
And they rented land, lived over that war place. They rented that land, lived there. So Uncle Albert got big enough to take over farming. Then they moved over to their own house. And that's where they all lived until Uncle Albert died.
Rosalie and Ben Lang were born there?
Yeah. Both of them were born there.
What did he die of?
He had pneumonia and had an abscess on his lung. And the abscess went down to his liver. Died of peritonitis. And I had pneumonia the same time. I had an abscess on my lung. I was 13 years old. And mine come up, I split mine up. A great big wad of biscuit dough.
Ooh, and Blanche.
And my mother saved it and showed it to the doctor. He said it's an abscess. And if it had gone down, it would have killed me, but it came up for some reason.
I declare.
I often wonder why.
Well, he wasn't very old, was he?
My Uncle Albert was, I believe he was 35. And he died.
Oh.
And she stayed there. Rosalie was 10 days old. And as she stayed over, Amy stayed there for a few months. She got sick and had pneumonia too, but she got better.
How you so old you say Rosalie was when they came to move? Well, what year did they come?
What?
Hey, Ruby.
Hey, Ruby.
What did you say?
I said, what year did they move over there?
What year they moved?
Yes,
All that was in 1909.
19.
And she and Mary went back to Grandma's. You know, Uncle Red and Aunt Gertie lived with Grandma. And she lived back there. And she got able to leave where she was. And then when my mother died in October 1909. And then Papa asked her to come live with us.
Mm-hmm.
And she came.
Well, I was thinking that she died in 1992. Well, so after Aunt Mary went there, then she just kind of started running things.
Can you take a
Well,
2
he
minute
give
break
it
and move your
he
comments?
give it handed all over to her.
Yeah.
And she,
We'll hold the conversation
yes
for
ma'am,
you.
she run.
Sorry.
You
She'll
don't
take
say
it
to
down.
go. Yeah, we'll see you. Buzz position next week after next.
Okay.
We'll be around pretty much.
Thank
It is
Blanche.
wonderful. Couldn't be more wonderful.
Blanche told me the reason I was glad to see him come, they are glad to come and they like to come because I was easy to wait on.
Well, you know that's the truth.
Mhm.
I'm sure that's true.
That sure helps.
Yeah.
Pearl said when she'd been here a week, she said it's the best place she'd ever stayed in her life.
Well, now, this is Pearl.
This is Miss Shirley.
Oh, that's-
Yeah, she lives around Sun
the
Hill.
people
She
her-
wrote the last.
Said me and my people have been nice
She
to
lives up in
her.
Fountain.
Anybody
She
ever
doesn't
in her
come
life.
on Saturday. She does
Yeah,
come.
she's a
to-
day person. She comes at 8 in the morning and stays till evening.
Oh, well, but it's like it's not just Monday through Friday.
Yeah, Monday
Monday
through
through
Friday
Friday.
she works.
What?
I don't.
Hand me my glasses, please.
Yeah, get those glasses.
Thank you.
Okay, see you later, Miss Shirley. Bye-bye.
I wonder if this must be someone else.
Well, let's see, Aunt Blanche. Jack's been getting all this. Yeah.
Historical stuff. Thank you, Jack.
What'd you say?
They already did a lot of interesting questions, but when I was reading this that you had said before, I didn't know a lot of these things. Like I didn't know about Miss Dora throwing a fit at the cemetery. Were you there?
Yeah, sure I was there. You said she threw a fit at the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, she did. You had never heard that?
No, ma'am. I knew that she wasn't, you know, real well liked, but I can see why she did things like that.
Uncle Thomas said that my daddy told him he wanted to be buried between Mama and his grandmother, Papa's grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And Uncle Thomas didn't say a word to nobody. I didn't know about it. I never heard it. He just told Uncle Thomas, I don't reckon his voice in the world knew it.
Mm-hmm.
He went right out there and had that grave done. And nobody thought nothing about it until but the grandpapa got out and left his grave. Mrs. Dora saw she'd been put between two people in and she threw a fit. Didn't even leave nowhere for her to be buried.
Well, now, when she got married, when he married her and she went to there, was Aunt Mary still there?
Yeah.
Well, then, who was in charge?
Oh, I had a lot of backwards and forwards about
Had a
that.
lot of discussion
I
about
bet.
that, apparently.
Miss Dora
Yeah.
cared to want to take charge,
Uh-huh.
but tell us what to do.
Yeah.
And
But
one day she said, I decided, Aunt Mary had 2 key rings, and she kept those keys in her pocket. We had 2 big pantries, one on each side of the kitchen. And we kept all the canned food and a lot of other kind of things in one of them, and kept the heavy food, we call it.
Mm-hmm.
My daddy bought things in by the barrel at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and we kept them locked, because I'd be afraid somebody might steal it when we walk around.
Yeah.
One day Miss Dora come in and sit down at the table in the dining room, and she said, I need to talk to you all. I said, go ahead. She said, I decided I'll take the keys and keep them, and I'll hand you all out while I want you to cook. And when? I said, no, you don't have to do that, you just do the cooking too.
Oh.
I didn't tell you.
That's what you call
She
big
didn't touch
mouth
the keys. I said, now if you want to take the keys, you just go ahead with the cooking. We won't bother you. She didn't never touch them. She got up and left the keys lying there.
That was
didn't cook?
very-
She didn't do any cooking?
Very little. Sometimes she cooked supper when we were grading tobacco, and we stayed down and pack out some dog sometimes after. And she tricked some supper, but she very seldom ever. She didn't do anything. She just sat in her room.
Which was that front room?
You know, she was in that little back room as a bathroom now.
Oh.
They had that, their room, and then she had another room upstairs, and she kept things in.
Mm-hmm.
When she came to our house to live, she had a little trunk tied on the back end of the car. That's it.
She started accumulating, apparently.
Everything she brought back.
She carried a lot more off though, didn't she? At least in the checkbook.
She spent and bought all the time. She bought material and hired folks to cut the material into bedquick squares and piece them and cut them.
Mm-hmm.
And she had, telling how many sheets and pillowcases and towels. That closet, there was a closet right back of that room. There was a little door in that room. A little entryway. Just straight out and the closet over here.
What, it's the bathroom now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's packed that room full of stuff, clean up to the top. And she bought 3 pictures and hung in her room that cost $100 a piece.
Wow.
Whoa.
That day and
I
time,
never
that
saw
was-
what, I never went in, she bought a Sue's branch and put it in there. I never saw it, I never went in her room.
You talking about that bathroom now?
No, I'm talking about her room upstairs. She
Oh,
had
oh.
the front room upstairs.
Which one? The one on Farville side
The
of?
one nearest town.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was her bedroom.
That was her room. She stored things in it, bought furniture and everything, furniture like she wanted, but they lived in the room downstairs.
I see what you're saying.
And she had that little closet back there packed full of stuff. And when she left, they came with a truck. Not a big van truck, but a big truck, good sized truck. And they filled it full, everything they could put in it. And then he had us brother's car packed full, and they had a rack on top of the car and they had everything up there they could put up there.
How long were they married, Mama?
Um, 3 years, a little over 3 years.
She was busy in 3 years, wasn't she? Well, has she, that was her own, she hadn't been married before.
No.
How did he meet her?
Lucy Barrett, she was Lucy Barrett's first cousin. She got hold of them and called, well, I wrote my daddy a card to come over there.
Mm-hmm.
He must have been smitten
She
real
lived with
fast.
her brother. She had 2 brothers, my story did. And she lived with one of them down near Silver Springs, somewhere down there. And,
Is there pictures of
and I think she taught, I believe it said she taught school. After Papa died, she asked Uncle Sam was left administrator.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, Ben and I did most of the work.
Mm-hmm.
Ben looked after the farm, and I kept the books and wrote the checks.
Mm-hmm.
All for him, you know, for Uncle Sam. And Uncle Sam came over there, and she told him she wanted to stay with us, and she didn't have nowhere to go. And Uncle Sam said, but I'll have to ask the children about that. And he asked me, I said, no, I'm going to live with that woman the rest of my life. And he said, well, she's not fully satisfied with the will. And the lawyer had read the will, and he told her she had a right to break it up if she wasn't satisfied. And he said, well, maybe she won't break the will if you let her stay here. I said, all right, then she can stay till the state gets settled, no longer.
Mm-hmm.
And then she stayed there about 2 weeks like that. That brother stayed a while. The 2 brothers, one lived in Durham, the other lived in the Grange. The one at Durham came for us to stay a week. He was medicine. We tended some of his business. And then when he left, his brother from the Grange come. And he stayed with her a few days and talked to her. And then she said she was just had decided to let this will stay like it was. She was ready to sell it. But Papa left her a certain amount of money to stay in the bank. And so she was to get the interest off it as long as she lived single. He said he didn't want to take care of another man. And she was a lot younger than he was. I think she was in her 30s. Best I know.
Is she a pretty woman, Mama?
That's what I was gonna ask.
No.
No. Just as ugly as you come.
How come your daddy liked her so much?
I can't tell about these old widows. And she
Did she have dark hair or light hair?
had light hair,
Uh-huh.
kind of reddish, pale red.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's just like William Allen had. He
Just
had
as
Yeah.
ugly as it could be. And
Oh, I
and she
see.
combed it ugly.
Uh-huh.
And she dressed ugly. And she
all that
said she was ready to sell it. She had decided she let the will stand. So on Saturday evening, we went to Greenville. We were going to the lawyer's office in Greenville. Lawyer
James?
James. Yeah, lawyer James. And we went there, went in his office. And they sat down and talked. And finally she said she was ready for a check. And Uncle Sam said, Blanche, write her that check. I said, oh no, you go write this one. I wouldn't write it. So he took the book and wrote the check.
Well, was Bert James her lawyer or y'all's lawyer?
Huh?
Whose lawyer was James?
He was my daddy's lawyer. And he was just finishing up on. He wrote the will. And Uncle Sam wrote the check and handed it to her. And he walked 3 feet from her. And she took it in her hand. I held it a few minutes. She said, Sam, would you take this and put it in the bag for me Monday? I said, I'm going home with this brother of mine Sunday, next day. He said, I can't do it Monday, I'll do it Wednesday, and I can't do it before Wednesday. She said, well, that'll be all right. So we parted that way. She went on off with it. And she came back in about 4 weeks on one Sunday evening. We were all over up already. And we come home, they were sitting back on the front porch. And
Oh, dear.
and they went in that kitchen and she cooked a supper like you would fix with the president. Fed them in the Sunday dining room, used the china and everything. I used to get so mad with her. Sometimes she used try to feed folks in the Sunday dining room, she called it. Use all the dishes that we didn't use every day. I said, what in the world are you doing this for? She said, you gotta do this. When they eat supper, Aunt Mary went out and sat on the porch and held the baby while they ate supper, and I waited on the table. There was a tree just like that, but that's a bit better than most roses. What we stood there and waited on the table. You know that it was even wrong to do it when you didn't feel it, no more than I did. It's a good thing to do if you feel like doing it. When the guys were eating and met Aunt Mary at the door, said, we want to talk to you and Blanche and Ben when y'all get through eating. I said, I don't want no supper now. We all went out on the porch and she said, we decided to break the will. She said, it already been agreed. We'll see Wooten, lawyer Wooten. Yeah, I think he was some kin to them.
Wooten.
Yeah, I think he was kin to the Barracks, in other words. And
After she'd agreed to accept that?
we've already been to agreement, talked to Mr. Wooten and file for break the will. And then she said, her brother said already, she better leave tomorrow. I don't really better stay here now. I said, but she do like she pleaded. I walked off. That's all I ever said to him. They went on over to Uncle Sam's. He was curing tobacco, sitting in the tobacco barn. And they went to the tobacco barn, and they told him what they were fixing to do. He said, yes, damn it, you better leave. And they got up and left next
That's
morning.
not the plan.
Well, didn't Daddy have anything to say to this woman about all this? You don't remember?
Well, he wasn't 21, but what much he could
Honestly.
do legally.
Yeah.
You know.
He was too young.
I guess.
Oh yeah, we said. I was 21, but didn't do me no good.
No. So did she get more money than she got?
Well, I can't remember exactly what he left her. It wouldn't sound like much now, but it was a lot of money then, a lot according to what he had.
Yeah.
But she wanted more. She said she was afraid she didn't have a child's part. She said, I know my baby got just as much as you got, but you were raised and he's got to be raised. I told her I sure earned my raise. And she, yeah, she left next day. She didn't ever come back to our house.
Is that the last time you ever saw her?
She came back to the court. We had to go to court. And that was just terrible.
What did they do?
What did they do? She had told that lawyer, what she wanted to do, and she had Lloyd Holden hired too. And he was considered one of the worst, you know. Nobody. He was thought about and talked about like Milton Williamson.
God.
Say if you want to win, get him, so he's what you go for.
You can
And she-
plug into that. Did you?
Yes.
She had him, and she was told him what to say, and he'd written it down on a piece of paper, and he was asking the questions. And every question they asked me, I saw her shake her head like that, tell him it wasn't true. Oh, I got so mad. I was up down there in the stand. She was right down there, and I wanted to jump right down on top of her. Oh, I didn't know I was mad. I don't reckon. I did try not to anyway. But I only answered questions that they asked me, and I answered truthfully. And I see her shake her head.
We always see that. You see
I ain't
him
really
doing
went and
that
spoke
all
to
the
her after
time.
court was over, but I didn't want to speak to her. I didn't want to see her. I could have spoken to her without getting mad. Letting her know I was mad.
Was that the last time you saw
That's the
her?
last time I ever saw her.
Do you know if she remarried?
Huh?
Do you know if she remarried?
Oh, no, she never got married no more. She didn't live but about 6 years. She took with a man and went to Durham to live, and to live with her brother lived there. And he come down to help her move, and he wanted everything we had. Papa just bought a new sewing machine. He said, Papa gave her that sewing machine. I said, he didn't do it. I said, she's not gonna get it either. Then she said, well, Papa gave it to her for tying little tobacco. I said, tell her, give me the bill for the tobacco she tied. Pay her. She's not gonna get that sewing machine. She didn't get it either.
Who raised William Allen, Mama?
Huh?
Who raised William Allen? I didn't know.
She did, too long as she lived. Then her brother and his wife took it.
It's 6 years wasn't very long. He was just a baby.
He lived with his uncle,
Sure,
what was his name? One of them named Graham. I can't think of it. He was named Allen. Allen Grady was his name. Allen Grady, which of you? tall.
He must have been named for him.
And she, he was, named for Uncle William.
Yeah.
Named for her brother and Papa's brother. Papa's brother.
Well, she didn't take furniture with her when she left it. She didn't take furniture with her. Furniture out of the house, did she?
Well, she got out of her room, she took that.
Oh, I
Right. I didn't want nothing of hers,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't want to give her everything was ours either.
No.
I tried to stand up. Finally, Mr. Ellen turned around and looked at me. He said, "I am a nice man.
Who said that?
I do what's right." I said, "Well, hold on, right, you show me to tell me." He let that associate alone. He didn't get it.
Is anybody here from Bill Wood?
What?
He called me after Mama died last
Is he
August.
still in Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Wood. And we had a nice talk. And he said he thought in the next, few years he'd be going up to Little Rock, I guess. Isn't there Air Force Base up there?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or did they have posters there?
Right.
What you mean to live?
Mm-hmm.
He'd always probably been your base. I think he was depending a lot on the military.
Yeah, he's retired, but he whatever he does, he still works with the military.
And Blanche, you said uncles. Why wasn't your Uncle Thomas the
Sounded like
executive of the estate?
I don't know.
He was the oldest next to your daddy,
Yeah.
and I thought they were always close.
I don't know why he appointed Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam was over there a whole lot and helped lifting, moving, and done a lot of things. See, Uncle Thomas was rather off than Uncle Sam was. Everybody all close together like that now. You get in a car and you're there in a few minutes.
Did you say he was down at the tobacco barn chewing tobacco?
Curing.
Curing.
Curing tobacco. Oh, I thought why would he go down there to chew tobacco?
He never chewed the back of his life.
I don't think he chews. I recall.
Not any of them, but did.
None of them chewed tobacco?
No.
Do you remember Uncle Sam, Uncle Red, or they gone?
Oh yeah.
I
I didn't remember Uncle Thomas.
Aunt
Remember
Gertie,
Aunt Gertie,
I remember. I don't remember Uncle Thomas at all. Remember Aunt Gertie and Uncle Sam and Uncle Red and
Aunt Nanny.
Aunt Effie.
Aunt Nanny was Uncle Thomas's wife.
Yes.
The only two I remember are Aunt Gertie, of course. And I barely remember when Aunt Nanny died. I was just like 3 or something. But I remember going to the house and she was
Yeah,
there. But that's all. I didn't know any of the others.
He was laid out in one of those rooms. as I
That's
recall.
right. And I guess that must have made an impression on my little mind because I remember that
Yeah.
mental picture. Well, Aunt Blanche, did you have a favorite uncle of your uncles? One that you were closer to than others?
No, I loved them all.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Aunt Gertie and Aunt Nanny were sisters.
Yeah.
Sisters married brothers. That's
Yeah.
why those two that bunch of double first cousins, and they've always run together a lot.
And Uncle Thomas, I think they got married on the Christmas that I was 5 years old. I was 5 or 3. I think I was 5 years old.
You know Nancy and Edna Earl claim they've got a recipe for eggnog that their daddies had. It may have come from who knows where. And they say Edna Earl still uses it. And Nancy claims she used it to make eggnog like her daddy did. Did they all have special separate recipes?
I didn't know anything about them, but we had one. We always made eggnog for Papa at Christmas.
Well, Daddy used to say Rachel made the best eggnog.
Mr. What?
Daddy used to say that Rachel Lewis had the best eggnog recipe, rather than Nancy. I don't know. That's what I used to hear. Or maybe he said that Rachel made the strongest eggnog. I believe that's what it was.
There's a
Seriously.
difference, huh?
I do believe that's what it was.
In that back.
Oh, she did.
I said, when we lived there, the kitchen was at the back of.
The back end of the porch.
Yeah, we went out of what they call the kitchen now,
Mm-hmm.
into the other kitchen.
Oh.
One Aunt Mary had the stove moved back and did the cooking right in there. And then at that end, there was a pantry.
Uh-huh. And then what was the kitchen? I mean, what is the kitchen now? Was that a dining room? That's just a dining room. You just ate in there.
That was an everyday dining room.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see.
And then you come across the hall to the Sunday dining room.
Yeah.
Because But they did, but they took that kitchen off back there. Moved back in the kitchen.
Oh, well, I never knew that then. Well, so the what is now the kitchen became a kitchen when Mama moved there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Or when they remodeled it.
no, it was a
No.
kitchen
It's
before
already-
That was
then.
done right then.
Yeah, it was a kitchen when ever since I lived.
Almost to do, but moved it.
Right.
She put the stove in
Stove
that
and the
little kitchen,
sink.
had the heater in it. And what was supposed to be in the kitchen, we sat in there.
Well, now you know that back porch. There's still a back porch.
Yeah.
Did you ever eat out there? Did you ever eat out on
The
that?
one that is a den now,
No, the other side.
no, we ate on the porch on this side.
Right. Yeah. Well, we ate. I remember eating out there some. It had lattice work,
Yeah.
wood.
It was lattice work and wire in it,
Yeah.
Sink.
Yeah. Yeah.
screen wire in it.
Yeah. I remember eating out there. It was fun. That was pleasant.
And that's where we eat in warm weather.
Because it's on the east side, so it would have been good in the afternoon. Because that other side is hot in the afternoon.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
That's where my bedroom always has been. It's a hot side over there, and you don't have as many, anywhere near as many trees over there either as you got on the other side.
I said, Daddy and Ben Lang, I know, smoked cigars. Did your papa smoke cigars?
No,
No pipe either? Didn't smoke a pipe either?
no smoked anything that I know of.
Didn't drink anything either, except eggnog?
No. No smoking or drinking. Okay, what you drink it ain't no.
Yeah. Well, did you visit, like Uncle Thomas, Uncle Sam, Uncle Red? Did you visit all of them on like every week or on a regular basis? Or, I mean, did y'all visit back and forth a lot?
We did. And
We did that when I was growing up.
Each family would take all that shore and go spend the day.
Okay.
On Sunday, one family would go spend a day with another, and then another Sunday, the other family go spend it with somebody else. But each one of them had a crowd of children.
Well, Aunt Gertie especially had a crowd, didn't she?
14.
Well, I ain't going to just want all that then.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, now your grandmother lived over there with Aunt Gertie?
Yeah. I ain't going to live with grandma.
Yes.
Yeah. It was,
Grandma, I don't know when grandma moved up, but that's one of the things I never did find out.
well, Aunt Blanche, is she the only grandparents you knew? Did you know any of your other grandparents?
No.
No.
And she, Uncle Red was the last one to get married. But he never left there, you see. The rest of them got married and left.
Right.
And Uncle Red got married, he stayed. He ain't going to live there with her. She died in 1917.
Just a year later than her son.
We never knew any grandparents. Daddy's side or mama's side.
I only knew one. That was.
Your grandmother.
I had one. My boys had all 4.
Well, mine didn't. Mine had 3. For a long time. That's pretty good, I guess, considering how old their parents.
What?
I just said, Jack said you knew all 4.
No,
No,
my
I mean,
boys
his
knew
son-
all 4 of their grandparents.
Right. Talking about grandparents, how many we, ever knew.
Some kids are pretty lucky with grandparents.
Yeah.
What?
I said a lot of kids are very lucky with the grandparents. I see them at the condominium, they're there and all that stuff. It's
A
really-
lot of people don't pay them no mind.
That's true too.
Some people go to see the grandparents and some don't.
And Blanche, who planted all those, there used to be peach trees and all
Orchard.
kind of orchard back behind the house.
My daddy planted them when he moved there.
And that would have been 1907, you say?
Yeah. And he built the 2 dining rooms. Turned out to be. He built a dining room and kitchen. They never moved the stove back. Had that place fixed up back in the kitchen and took the kitchen for what she called everyday dining room. That's where we lived. She put a heater back then. We lived in that kitchen. And when we went to bed, we went through that back porch. We didn't go through what she called the Sunday dining room to go upstairs. We went through the kitchen from that. She called that the dining room. And we went through that kitchen, through that back porch into the back of the hall upstairs to go to bed, and not a spark will find the whole house. All the fire we ever had was in that back dining room.
Well, now, how did you, I remember before 1950, as you say, you could walk from that back porch to that front room through a little hall or something. Seemed like there was some kind of bathroom back there with a shower in it. But how did you get, I don't see how you got from the porch to the stairs. There wasn't another steps, was there?
There was
What was
there was a door in the back end of the hall that opened into the back porch.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Because Daddy took that part. He took that hall and made it part of that back porch and closed that door off. Yeah. Okay, I forgot about that.
That little hallway was just a place through the porch. But they really wouldn't let us go through the house.
Yeah.
Would keep it cleaned up.
I had forgotten about that little hall. Now that you mentioned.
It wasn't in the house, it was in the porch.
Yeah.
And you said it caught fire. They had a fire in there?
What?
Did you say there was a fire in that kitchen?
I said, no fire in the
It
whole house
wasn't,
except what was in that kitchen.
Oh.
It was cold.
No heat.
I don't know how cold it was walking from that kitchen through that back porch up that stairs to go to bed. I don't know how in the world we ever got warm.
You put fire, and you had fire in the fireplaces?
No, we had a heater in the kitchen.
Oh. But you had fires in the fireplaces?
We didn't have any fire tell. The fireplaces were there, but we didn't make no fire.
How come?
Aunt Mary said do it that way, she wanted to keep the house cleaned up. She didn't let us,
messy.
we could go through that other dining room right into the hall upstairs, being narrow. It wouldn't be as cold as it would have been on outside, but she wouldn't let us go through that dining room.
Oh.
She didn't.
I thought you said they used burned wood in the fireplaces in the living room and upstairs.
Oh, but, well, you could if you wanted to, but we didn't.
Never had a fireplace? Fire in the fireplace?
There was a fire put into one, the back one on the, one where has the bathroom now. Effie come home with flu from school, and they put her in that room, and when Effie got ready to get up, I made her find the fireplace to get up by. And this colored woman stayed there, somebody stayed in that room, and she had a fireplace, had a fire in the fireplace.
What about the living room? You just use the kitchen in the winter, where you had a fire?
We all stayed in that kitchen all the time, that's the only fire we had.
Good gracious.
That's chilling.
It really is.
I remember Granny's house,
Well, we had fire in the kitchen, which is why the living room too, but most of the kitchen.
mostly the kitchen.
Yeah, most of the kitchen.
Well, see, when I remember the stoves that were in the fireplaces. We didn't have fires before we had heat there either, except we didn't have.
That
We
living room-
had stoves. There's wood burning,
Wood
coal
burns.
burning stoves.
Yeah.
You put coal in them.
I know, that living room out the farm almost burned down one time from a fireplace.
You know, oil stoves?
Probably wood at first.
No, well, we put coal in them.
We had a
We put
fireplace
coal in them.
that burned coal.
These were stoves that sat in the fireplace, and they had a pipe like this, and there was a round thing in the front of it, and you took that out and you put the coal in it. Because I remember one time Mama was on the telephone in that front bedroom, and she was probably talking to Aunt Gertie, which she did a lot of the time. And I was messing around with that stove, which I was been told not to do, but I did it anyway, and I burned my hand real bad in that stove. And Dr. Williams had to come and put all this salve stuff on it and wrap it up, and I remember that real well. It hurt real bad. But that was a stove in that front bedroom, because that was Mom and Daddy's bedroom. And there was a stove in that little, where the piano is, because there's a fireplace there. And my grandmother slept in that room, so there was one in there. But I don't remember there being one in that front, what was out in the living room. I don't, there
I
must have,
remember one being there when I was a child, fireplace, I think.
there was a fire, I mean a stove. I know
Oh,
there
no
was a
stove. I remember a
fireplace.
stove
I don't
in
think they put a stove in there though. But now we sat in there all the time because that's the only living room we had, you know, prior to 1950. And I guess they burned a fire in that fireplace.
Oh, yeah, you can have a fire.
Oh, right, yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't remember the years we lived there ever being a fire in the fireplaces upstairs, ever.
Mm-hmm, is that right? Well, there's never been
Well,
one
I
in
don't
my
recall it,
lifetime.
yeah. I don't recall
I've
it
never
ever.
seen one
I
of
remember
them.
one in that front living room, that's the only one. I don't remember a fire ever being set in any of those fireplaces upstairs.
Nice.
Did your folks go to the metal church?
But they only had church once every so many weeks, didn't they?
Once a month.
Once a month.
Saturday morning and Sunday morning.
I see.
Once they changed that later, that's what it used to be.
Well, and Blanche, where did they keep? Where did y'all keep before you had that Cadillac? Where did the the carriages stay? Did they stay up at the house, or did they stay down at where the barns are?
The horses,
The carriages, the what you rode in.
they stayed down at the barn on the shelf or somewhere.
What if it was raining? That was the right good ways to go. Get 'em.
It was.
Yeah. Bet. Hmm.
We had what they call a Surrey. They had
Uh-huh.
2 seats, drove 2 horses.
Yeah. I remember my Aunt Mary used to talk about the Surrey they had. Well, of course, you all used the smokehouse all the time, didn't you? The smokehouse, the hams, the smokehouse. You used it,
Oh, yeah.
your hams and all. Well, I can remember when we used the smokehouse.
Is that still there?
Yeah, it sure is. Mhm.
I just never noticed it.
The house was painted 2 years ago this past spring, and he painted the garage and the smokehouse and the house and the playhouse, our little playhouse.
But it used to be like a garage off down towards the creek.
Uh-huh.
Is that still there?
No, Daddy moved that over to the other side of the yard. In other words, you know how the lane comes and goes around the tree. It's right there.
I remember there's one off to your right as you drive up. but
That's
it
the
used to
same
be
one.
So it's the same, oh,
Uh-huh.
he just moved it. I
He
see.
just moved
I
it.
just told him it used to be on
Right.
the other side.
It did. I remember when it was over there.
Yeah.
He moved it in 1950 when he changed the driveway from the front to the side.
Yeah.
Just moved it right over there and added that little one more section to it. But no, it's the same
Well, what
dwelling.
What's the smokehouse used for now? Is it used at all?
No.
Just the.
It's just there. Yeah, but it seems to be in pretty good shape. I mean, it looks like it is. You know?
Probably is.
Have you had, somebody told me you had the house painted this year.
No, ma'am. It was 1993. No, it hadn't been painted. But I mean, it's held up very well. But it.
When we went home last
I
time. we
heard
went
somebody
by
say
there,
that
it
the
was real
gates you
nice.
had put up there were beautiful.
Oh, you did? Well, I'm glad. Yes, I do have a gate and across the front there.
It looks real nice.
Thank you. It connects the 2 fences, you know, that go to the road.
Yeah.
I think it looks nice. It's white, and I would, if I could afford it, I'd put that PVC all the way to the house, you know, the fence. But I can't do that right now. But that would be a good thing to do. It really would.
It would
But
trust
you got to put the wood that don't rot.
Yeah, it's held up pretty well. I reckon that fence has been up there about
It's
20 years.
guaranteed for 30 years.
Yes, well, it's
In there, huh?
it's holding up. But this other thing would be, you know, as a permanent thing,
It
and that will
won't rot
have to.
and it won't,
Yeah,
See some
yeah.
markers.
and you don't have to paint if you don't want to.
Well, no, it's never been painted. No, but the the part across the front is white, Aunt Blanche, and so it looks nice across the front there, you know.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm real happy.
Somebody
with
come by
that.
and saw it, they told me how pretty it looked.
Oh, well, good.
You
That's
haven't had
nice
more
to
trouble
hear.
out there, have you?
No.
Why?
Except the telephone's giving us a fit right now. We can't seem to get it straightened out. Thought we had it fixed this week. It rings like it rings busy. I can call out, but you can't call in. And we've had new wires put in this week, and all like that. But it was working fine from Tuesday to last night, and now it's messed up again. I'll get them back out there in the morning. Just keep going. Just keep on coming, I guess, till we get the whatever it is. Something.
Good gracious, we've been here since
Yeah,
4:30.
my name Blanche is.
It's time for us to move them away.
No, you can't tell me.
Oh, we're
It'd be more good for somebody to come talk to me. I can't,
Well.
a lot of times when I don't have anybody to talk to them, I can't stay awake.
Well, we probably never run out of questions. we just have to take a
You
break.
haven't got forever to have
Now,
an
you're
answer
gonna,
to.
No, I
You
know.
just keep asking.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you gonna make this? into
I'm
a
glad to
booklet,
tell you
or-
anything that I
I
got.
hope.
Just for your
Well, we're so
memoirs,
glad
or-
you have
Questions
this
getting
phenomenal
typed up.
memory. You remember all these
Verbatim.
things.
It's not as good as it
Jot it
has
down.
been. You
Thank
can
you.
get
My
what you want
notes,
to get.
which are
I mean,
awful.
Well,
we're gonna have that.
We'll be back. We'll be back with
We've never
another
done that
time.
before.
Ask you
Back
about it.
anytime you want.
Because I learned a lot from the other time that you talked to Jack and Ben. I didn't know about a number of things in there. I had never heard. So
About Miss Dora throwing a fit at
yeah.
the cemetery.
Let me see if I can find that book on the other side for a minute, Jack. I want to show
Oh,
you. See if you got it.
What'd you say?
this
See
There
stuff.
was something else in that thing I didn't know.
It's a family,
What?
I'm just thinking to myself. I said there was something else in your first talk that I had never heard before, and I guess it was when your grandmother came over there when your father was dying, and she had never ridden in a car before.
She
In a Hudson.
She would not ride in the car. I very well I told her how low Papa was. She got in the car.
it's another, Lewis book.
Well, she had
You
never,
You asking about Mr. What?
I said she had never, of course, well, she was born over there, wasn't she? And then she went back so he'd be born there. And then she went back when he died, so she got there before he died then.
Yeah.
In between those, she lived in on the Uncle Sam's house, didn't they? Where you were born. Yeah.
All of us were born.
Right.
John was born on Sam's house.
Uh-huh.
I was a year old when we left her.
And you say the house is in Pitt County.
Huh?
You say that the house you were born in was in Pitt County because
That's
your
right.
father got married with the Greene County Commissioners.
That's right. He sawed his lumber, kept hauled it there, put it down. You're gonna build you're gonna build just a little ways off of the road. And he got mad when I'm about something. He went and picked up his lumber and moved it back.
Well, did
Did
he
you,
Put this house in Pitt County.
about
This was-
the
did he build that house?
Sawmill.
Uncle Sam built it.
the
My daddy
sawmill,
built it.
the cotton gin. He was Pitt County Commissioner, 1 of 5. He started the school board, he was 1 of 5. He was a farmer. He had an interest in a dry goods store, a hardware store, cotton mill, gin. He owned stock. So, was instrumental in bringing telephone to farm.
Who was that?
Benjamin.
Oh, that.
Yeah, these
Oh,
are
he
things
was-
I didn't know if you I got this.
If you look on the courthouse, the cornerstone of the courthouse, B.M. Lewis is listed. He was a county commissioner in
Yeah.
1910 when the courthouse was built.
Yeah, he was 1 of 5 of the Pitt County Commissioners. He served on the school board, he was 1 of 5. He was a farmer. He had an interest in a dry goods store. I wrote all this down when I was talking one day. Hardware store, the cotton mill, the
There you
gin.
go, you got a whole other chapter.
He owned stock in the cotton mill. He was instrumental in bringing it to Farmville. He had the phone line built, line from Farmville to Walstonbury. Mama took the horse and buggy every month to collect from the customers. I should have my glasses on. He built a one-room schoolhouse for his children and allowed anybody else to attend for 5 cents a day.
You know where it is?
Right across the road.
It's still standing.
Oh, yeah. The teacher lived in Mama's house, and one time she had 15 to 20 children that she was teaching. And how the teacher taught was another story, which I don't have down here. Mama remembers the name of the students and the teacher until this day, which was amazing. I can't remember who I graduated from high school with. She was sent for whenever any horse or cows were ill. Grandpa went out to the day or night to help whoever had a problem with the animals. Teacher was a civil fortune. Did beautiful needlework and then wrong designs. I was jotting down these things, Mom, and I were talking one day, and
Good.
That's real good, Blanche. I didn't know some of that stuff,
Yeah,
like
that's
the
some
cotton
stuff you
gin
might
and
wanna put in your
stuff.
notes, I just,
Yeah.
I never did anything with it.
But
What
you
I was
know,
gonna
he
do
did a
with it-
lot. He was an influential man and to have died so young, wasn't he?
Well, this is what I wanted to do at the family reunion one year. I thought
Yeah.
next time I went to the family reunion, I was gonna bring out these little things about
That's
my
right.
grandparents. I thought everybody might want to do the same thing. That was just a suggestion.
How old was he? About
That's a good
49 when he
idea.
died?
I didn't do it though.
I think he said 49. wasn't he?
What'd you say?
Was your daddy 49 when he died?
Well, and Blanche, he wasn't sick a very long time, was he? He wasn't sick in the bed very long, was
He
he?
was in the bed 5 months.
Oh, he was.
He, on Monday morning in January, he was getting on his clothes to go get the hands off to work. He always went to the lodge at sunrise, so just before he get the hands off to work. Tell each one what he wanted to do that day.
Yeah.
And that moment, he sat down in the chair to put on his shoes, he fell out of the chair on the floor. And Miss Dora Hollis or somebody went and picked him up and put him on the bed. He was paralyzed one whole side from then on.
Oh, we'd have
He
stroke.
never got off the bed no more.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't know he had a stroke.
Yeah, he had a stroke in January, died in June. 12th of January, died 12th of June.
For heaven's sakes. See, I thought he had kidney disease.
But he did, he had what you call Bright's disease.
Right.
But that called a stroke.
I see.
I don't know exactly what Bright's disease is, but
Yeah.
I heard Janie Johnson say the other day that when her sister Lucy was in school, I asked her a question and she answered. And somebody said, I didn't think you knew that. Oh, she said, I know all about being bright. My daddy died of Bright's.
Well, he was a big man, wasn't he?
Yeah, he weighed 230 or 40.
Uh-huh. 'Cause I've seen pictures of him. He looked like a big man. Well,
How tall was he?
I don't know, but he wasn't as tall as Uncle Sam. I don't think.
Not as tall.
I don't think he was.
Uncle Sam was a big man.
I can't be
Ooh.
sure.
Because I was
was,
little, but
wasn't
he was a little big
I don't think he
man.
was tall as Uncle Sam. But you know, when he died, he started having jumping like the other time. And he had them all afternoon. And about supper time, or probably, in fact, it was supper time, it looked like that was going to be the last he was going. And I told somebody, go tell Miss Dora if you want to see him alive, she better come in there. She comes to the door and said, I got to tend to my baby and turn around and go back. When
she was a real
When she come back, he was
sweetheart,
dead.
wasn't
We didn't have a word for that one today, would we?
she?
And then she hollered louder than anybody out there.
Oh, yeah, that's the way they do, you know, when there's,
Well, who looks most like, which of you children looks most like your father, Aunt Blanche?
which of his children,
Of you, of you all.
I always thought Jimmy looked more like him.
Mm-hmm.
John favored Mama's people. More.
So he got the right name, didn't he?
Yeah.
Baker.
Yeah, I always thought I always thought Daddy and Uncle Jimmy looked more like each other.
I always thought so.
Particularly when he was younger.
There's no doubt he had brown eyes.
Well, they all had brown.
Most all
everybody
Lucy's have brown eyes.
Well, the crowd, Uncle Thomas's people, those Yelvertons, had blue eyes.
Who?
The Yelvertons,
Aunt
Aunt
Nanny.
Gertie and Aunt Nanny.
Yeah.
So some of them got blue eyes and
Yeah,
heart attacks.
Yeah, the Evertons had blue eyes. They had a brother used to stay down there a whole lot. Named Zeb, I believe. Seemed like that's what it was. And he had blue eyes. I mean,
Blue eyes, bald heads, and heart attacks.
Real bald heads.
Yelvertons brought that in.
When
Real
Cleo
bald heads.
was born, he said he named her. And he said he got clean out of the Lewis family. I said, what's your name? I said, Cleo Elizabeth. I said, well, you didn't get very far. He didn't know my name was Elizabeth.
Where did you? Uncle Red said that.
No,
Oh.
Aunt Gertie's brother.
Oh, Aunt Gertie's brother. He named it Cleo, she said.
Oh.
Well, where did your Elizabeth come from? And,
My mother's sister was named Elizabeth.
uh-huh.
I was named for Papa's sister and my mother's sister.
Her name was Elizabeth Baker.
ain't Dippy Bank, ain't Dippy Lang. His name is Zilphy Elizabeth.
Zilphia Elizabeth.
How do you spell Zilph? Z-I-F-F-A?
Zelphia, isn't it?
Zilphia.
Zilphy, yeah.
Because I found in the attic more books with her name in it than any other person.
Really?
Dippy Lang, Dippy Lang. I found that just a lot of books.
That's what they call her. She's a little bitty woman.
In fact, I found some this week, like volumes of Shakespeare plays and stuff, and they're almost all of hers, or were hers. She must have been a real reader.
My daddy bought a store, put stock in the store. He gave Uncle William a job one time. And Uncle William was gonna run the store. And he was was talking about, thinking about going in that store or buying the land where that pecan orchard is. That belonged to Uncle Bill May, who was Grandma's brother. And his folks wanted him to put Uncle William in business. So he bought stock in the store, put that for Uncle William to run. And he'd run clean down in the ground. But he gambled, or he and Uncle John Baker gambled.
Uh-oh.
Uncle John Baker.
Uh-oh.
Uncle John Baker was Aunt Dippy's brother. And Uncle William was Aunt Mary's brother. So Aunt Dippy said one day it was perfect. It was perfect all right for Johnny to gamble, because he always won. And when Uncle John won, you see, Uncle William lost.
Yeah.
And he lost every cent they had in that store.
Oh, goodness gracious. Isn't that
They
something?
threw it away gambling.
And they could have had the Pecan Grove land instead.
Mr. Thorne bought it instead.
Oh, dear, dear.
What happened to Bill May?
What happened to him?
He sold it and went away?
He's buried up at a church.
Oh, he died? No.
Of course he died.
Well, I didn't know it. He said he
Of course he
started
died.
from
You
Bill
didn't
May.
think he
I
lived
didn't
forever.
know he'd already died.
He was Grandma's brother.
Most of these
I always
folks
wondered
had.
why he sold that land. Nobody usually sells any land.
Uh-huh.
How come he sold the land?
I don't know about that.
But he sold
Probably had
it.
to pay off his gambling.
He
debt.
sold it before he died. It wasn't his estate that sold it.
He sold it before he died. And
Well, let's,
Papa was thinking about buying it, but he didn't.
well, I want to ask one more question. I have never understood. The May house, you know where Sarah and Ed May, the old May house up there. Now, if our house was Ben May, the second or the third or on that, whose May was, what May was that house?
And that owned that house, Ed May's daddy was named Alfred. And he was a cousin.
He was a cousin.
He was Grandma's first cousin. After, Major Benjamin May had 8 children.
Uh-huh.
And they had what they call lines, what Tabitha called them. And we come under Benjamin May. But you see, Alfred May come under one of Benjamin May's brothers.
I see. So it was a cousin, not a brother of
No,
Ben
he
May.
was Grandma's first cousin. And down the other side where I used to live down here, that was belonged to Sheridan May. And he was another
I see.
line. So
He had 8
of them,
children?
I don't know.
8 children.
I haven't kept up with the others. But they had one that Robert.
No wonder they, that old big, that book is so thick.
They're all in that book, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, Aunt Blanche, did you all know those folks much? Did you have much to do with the people that lived up there in the Alfred May house?
But we used to go to see them. And when I knew, when I was a child, he was in bed with rheumatism. That's what they called it then, it's called arthritis.
Yeah.
He was right there. Honestly, his arms were much bigger than mine. It don't seem to me like. And then Randy used to go to see him drive a horse. And there was a gate somewhere along there. And she'd take me to the door and shut the gate for me. And I remember seeing him when I was small, lying in the bed. And Grandma went to see him once in a while. Yeah, they visited. And then Ed and Adolph used to visit. When Papa was sick, they went and walked up there. So cold they wouldn't drive the car. And they walked.
They walked?
They walked up there and kept us sit up. We sit up all night, a lot of nights. And we kept a fire in that fireplace. Now there was fire kept in that fireplace, that's 6 months.
Yes.
5 months. And we had, sometimes we needed hot water. They sit right up there and walk up there. One night they went and Papa needed some milk. We didn't have any. They walked to Uncle Sam's and got it. back and the dog.
Was Adolph always kind of curious?
He was curious, but he was a good man.
Was, okay. All right.
He
Well,
wasn't-
Tom was kind of curious too.
they called him kind of peculiar,
Well,
but
he was a,
he was smart and he could make money.
uh-huh.
And he lost some money when Citizens Bank went broke.
Mhm.
And they never put no money in the bank.
Yeah, I've heard that tale.
No, I'm sure.
Did he ever come close to getting married?
Not that I know of.
Mhm. And he always lived in that house,
Yeah,
his whole
well, I know.
lifetime.
That's all I know. His mother and daddy they lived there. And he lived there, he died, as far as I know.
Well, that house is older than, Malu, I think. Isn't it older? I think it's older than our house. To tell you the truth.
I expect
I
he
think
is.
it is.
It certainly is unchanged.
Oh, yeah. It's
I do think
a
they have-
fossil.
They have electricity in there, but I think that's about all.
Well, I'd hate to have to clean that one out, I'll tell you that.
I
Is
never
anybody
went,
living in it now?
Nobody's lived in it for 30 years.
they shut it up and built that
Brick house.
brick
Sarah
thing up
moved in
there,
with the children.
that gatehouse.
With Robert. Robert built that house.
I went in that house one time when this
That old
kid
house,
man was sick, and I went there to witness his will.
that old house.
Mm-hmm.
I went there a lot of times.
We went there a lot when we were kids,
Mhm.
Mama. I remember going there.
I
Remember that one
been
kid
there
had all
several
that blonde
times.
curly hair? The one I guess lives in Australia or did live in.
Alfred.
Is he still living in Australia?
Yeah, he sure does. He's got 400 acres of land out there.
Oh, my.
Robert told me he raises cotton and a lot of it. But he's had every natural disaster you can think of.
I never heard of them harvesting a crop.
No, well, they've had floods, and of course last year, I have a neighbor in Charlotte who's from Australia, and last year, just about the whole year was a drought.
Drought.
And Robert told me last fall that neighbors of Alfred's were killing off their cattle right and left. Cattle they'd been raising for 30 years because they had nothing to feed them. Had a bad year. But his children, he has 2 children, Ben and Heather. And Ben is a pilot. You know, Alfred was a pilot. And Ben is
Crop duster.
he's a commercial pilot, and he does a lot of stunt flying. And then Heather is in college, and I think she's in nursing or something.
Is that?
Not Heather, the wife's Heather.
I haven't seen him since they were kids. He was a
What
kid.
is that girl's name? Alfred's wife is Heather. The girl is, golly, what is it? Is it Sally? I don't know. They used to come about every other year as long as Sarah lived. But they haven't been there in a while. But Robert and Judy and the 2 girls went over to see him about
they?
3 or 4 years ago. And last fall, Robert told me that his mother-in-law, Heather's mother, who had never been out of Australia in her life, flew all the way from, I think the closest town to them, they live like hundreds of miles from any city. It's Weewalls, New South Wales is where they live. And it's, I think
what they call the outback.
Melbourne, I think, is the closest town to them. Anyway, she went and flew to Los Angeles right by herself and joined a tour and took a bus tour of the United States.
She came here, that's why we saw it.
Yeah, she went to Savannah to see some. She went. One of the daughters, Elsie, lives in Charlotte. Went to see her. Went all around.
See, Elizabeth and I about the same age. And of
Yeah.
course, we knew each other quite